Welcome everybody to another fellowship for Wednesday, the 21st of June. Come on, keep messing up the month there, Bill. Anyways, it is the first day of summer, and so yeah, I guess a spring harvest is not happening this year. All joking aside, though, we got to stay happy. We got to stay positive here, people. And, you know, the one good thing about not being Rapture today is I got a new book in the mail. And it is the Book of Enoch, complete edition. And I am really excited about this because, you know, in the Bible we get to hear of the fallen angels and, you know, how they created giants. But we don't get the full picture, you know. And the Book of Enoch was taken out of the official canon of the Bible. And, you know, I don't know why it was. Obviously because there's a lot of good information here. So, you know, some people may be like, well, it's not in the Bible officially, so, you know, it's not canon, so I'm not believing it. You know, and that's fair. If you don't want to accept the Book of Enoch or accept what I'm about to say, then that, you know, that's totally cool. You know, at the end of the day, all we have to agree on is Jesus died for us and that we're going home soon. But I am fascinated by this story and, you know, Enoch himself. And like I said, Enoch was the picture of the rapture. I mean, he got taken out of here before the flood, you know. And when I was a kid, I got to admit, I had a hard time with the flood thing. You know, I thought, well, how would all the animals get on there, and would they have to be babies, you know, like little baby animals and stuff like that? And then I thought to myself, you know, everything else I can see God doing, but putting animals on a boat was hard for me. But now the more, you know, I read what happened here, it totally makes sense. You know, these fallen angels, they were crossing the DNA. They were making all kinds of genetic perversions. They taught us humans astrology, enchantments, witchcraft, all this stuff that's ungodly. And I mean, they're the ones that had all the knowledge, you know, or well, some of the knowledge, as we see in this book. But there was some pure righteous people who, you know, loved the animals, that loved God's creation, not the perversion that these fallen angels were messing with. And if you really think about it, you know, a lot of people who are unbelievers or whatever, you know, atheists, they'll say, well, what about the dinosaurs, man? Well, this completely makes a case for the dinosaurs because of the fact that they were messing with the DNA. They were, you know, messing with the animals and perverting it. And God had to take the pure animals and the pure DNA of the humans to save us, you know. And then his rainbow is the promise that he'll never destroy the earth with water again. And, you know, we all know that he will destroy it with fire. But, you know, whenever we see a rainbow, it's not about Pride Week. It's about God's promise, and the way they pervert the rainbow to make it something totally against what it really was meant for, was a promise of God. And whenever I see a rainbow, it makes me feel very happy because it's God's promise. God always keeps his promises. And so I just want to read you chapter 1 of Enoch because it's so cool. It gets me really pumped up. And, you know, you got to think this was before Paul's ministry. This was before the revelation to John. This was, this is the great-grandfather of Noah, okay, writing this book. And this is chapter 1. If you guys are interested, I highly recommend going to Amazon and picking it up. it's not that expensive. It cost me $17 Canadian. So if you live in the States, I'm sure you can get this for like $10. And it's really large print, and it's awesome. So anyways, I'm going to read this to you now for those of you who are interested, because it is very, very powerful words. The parable of Enoch and the future lot of the wicked and the righteous. Chapter 1. The words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. And he took up his parable and said, Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angels showed me, and from them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw. But not for this generation, but for a remote one, which is for to come. Concerning the elect, I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and appear from his camp, and appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. And the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame. And the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be judgment upon all men. But with the righteous he will make peace, and he will protect the elect. And mercy shall be upon them, and they shall all belong to God, and they shall be prospered, and they shall all be blessed, and he will help them all. And light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000 of his holy ones to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness, which they have ungodly committed, and all of the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Yeah, well, that is some epic stuff. That's like something you would get out of the beginning of a movie. And I just see these images, like obviously when you read a book, you get these images, and for me, it's just like an epic movie. But yeah, I'm in chapter 18 right now, so I'm not gonna keep on reading. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, we got a lot going on today in the world. We got, Kushner going to Israel to make a peace deal. Things in the Middle East are heating up, so we got to continue to pray for Israel. We got to continue to just pray for our friends and family who aren't saved. Try and reach as many people as we can. Try and be joyful. I think part of this whole thing, you got to imagine from Paul the Apostle's point of view, he thought that he was going to be taken in the rapture back then, okay? And, when he finally found out, that his time was up, he said, I ran the race and I kept the faith. And what's laid up for me is a crown of righteousness that will be given to me on that day with many others. And that's what we gotta look at. We're running a race here, and we gotta try and run the race with some hope, with some strength, and know not only who we are in Christ, but whose we are. And that's a quote from Francis Anarose. You guys should check out his channel. But if you know whose you are, that you belong to the Father, that no weapon formed against us shall prosper, that we are sons and daughters of the Most High, that we may be going through hell, but this is the closest to hell that we're ever going to be. and we have so much ahead of us. And, you know, pray for our enemies. As you know, I know it's hard sometimes, but you know, it is coming to a point where these ungodly people are going to be dealt with, as it says here in Enoch, and all the works of their ungodliness which they have ungodly committed, and all of the hard things which they have ungodly sinners have spoken against him, will be fulfilled. And you know, we just got to pray for all the people that, you know, still have a chance. Because if you still have a breath in your body, you have a chance, you know, and nobody's too far gone. Okay, I don't believe that. You know, just pray for everybody. Let's try and be graceful, run this race like the champions that we are in Christ, and love one another. And if I don't see you guys in the clouds tonight, I'll have another video for you tomorrow. I love you guys very much, and peace be with you.